So you have these adorable little chubbies that keep you from getting all this stuff done because they really are very demanding for time. And you thought you gave yourself enough space to get all these things done, but I mean, the numbers of tragedies we had during the day when I had toddlers, from open buckets of flour. I would keep buckets of flour, and oh my goodness, that makes quite the mess. Another one was dropping the gallon of milk and it cracked. That was great. There's lots of stories like that that stole my time, quote unquote, and it's okay. So when that happens again and again and again, then you find the need to separate out the students and the event. The obstacle we want to talk about today is multiple ages, trying to teach all the different ages together. And so you notice that your time has been stolen, like I talked about in the time obstacle video. And so you think, oh, I can't get to it because I have these littles, these toddlers that are taking my time. They're kind of stealing it. Even though I've given enough margin, they're still taking it. And so when that happens again and again, I mean, every once in a while it's just going to happen just because of life. But if you notice this is happening over and over and over again, you do need to find a solution. That solution is separating out the toddlers from the event. So with me, I always had 2 toddlers at least because the kids were so close in age. All 5 of them are in 6 years of each other from top to bottom. So I was able to put both toddlers, whichever ones they were, in a little area with a baby gate or just with doors around them, or even with just pillows, saying, depending on how compliant they are, right? Some toddlers are very compliant and they're happy to stay on one side of the pillows, and others were not. They would climb over any kind of barricade I had. So you can obviously do it during nap time, but that's often when you need to nap or you need to rest. But what I did was I had them separated off with a baby gate, a large one. I found them at garage sales. Now we have Facebook Marketplace. Craigslist has always got them. I'm giving some away right now because we used it for the chickens. And so I'm giving away these baby gates that we used to use as my separator. Inside the separator with the toddler, I put a laundry basket that had only toys that were allowed during this time. So the separation was they had this laundry basket, and they would be able to sit in there and play. And they knew it wasn't going to be long. It was only going to be 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. So before you put the child in the separated area, a playpen would work if it's just one child. If you have a pack and play, put the child in there without the laundry basket, but just the toys. And so they know it's only 20 minutes. And so they get this time to themselves with these special toys, or, 1 or 2 toys, and you rotate those out. So it does take a little planning on your side. For me, it was all the things from Discovery Toys. I loved that company. So all the little balls, the building blocks, the stack them up rings, anything that was manipulative, I would put the toddler or toddlers in that space with those toys, separate it out, set a timer for 20 minutes until it beeps. He or she stays in there and enjoys their time. So it takes some training, and you're going to have to be consistent, right? There's 2 things we're always talking about: consistency and discipline. And so the toddlers will gravitate towards recognizing that and being ready for that. It'll also benefit them if you need to take them somewhere else, or you need to have some special 20 minutes of time, 20 to 30 minutes of time when grandmother, and they need to know this trick. It will work as long as you have some similarities there. So that's my solution for when you feel like your time is being stolen, or when you have too many children at once influencing the time together. You do need to make sure that that 20 minutes is for the hardest stuff. Usually for us, I saved it for math because that was the part where I needed to be sitting with them, or something heavier like writing, where I could not be distracted again and again. Other than that, I kept the toddlers on my hip. And so they sat right next to me and they did their schoolwork. Whenever they wanted to get down, they could get down, and they would just play with my feet. So it depends on your relationship and how you manage your children and how your children interact. Because mine were so close in age, they got together really well. I didn't have that many obstacles with schooling them all at once. But I hope that does help, separating them out physically and separating out special toys just for them, only to be used during that time.